Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're dissecting the core SAP architecture that completely drives digital transformation. Specifically, we're zooming in on how SAP plants power enterprise logistics. We're going to look under the hood to see exactly how this critical node structures massive global supply chains. To really set the stage here, listen to this quote. A plant in SAP is more than just a location. It's the nerve center of logistics and operations, right? We have to move way past this outdated idea of a plant being just a static address or some boring data point. It is literally the living, breathing execution engine of the entire supply chain. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the logistics nerve center, then map out the SAP enterprise hierarchy, followed by connecting the core modules, and finally, driving business impact. Starting off with part 1, the logistics nerve center. So what exactly is an SAP plant? At its core, as an organizational unit, it's the absolute digital anchor where physical production, procurement, and inventory management actually crash together. Without pinning this node down correctly, your broader SAP architecture is flying blind. It completely loses the context of where physical execution is actually taking place. And to really wrap our heads around this, without getting lost in the data clutter, we're applying the CCC framework today. We need clear definitions and concise structures so we can understand exactly how this node drives compelling, real-world business performance. Moving right along to part 2, the SAP enterprise hierarchy. Let's see how this fits into the big picture. If you look at the nested architecture top-down, it's basically a massive puzzle. You've got the company code sitting right at the very top. That's your legal and financial entity. Directly beneath that is our star player, the plant. It acts as the ultimate bridge to the ground-level execution that's happening down in the storage locations and specific bins. Essentially, the plant is that absolutely crucial abstraction layer between the high-level financial ledger and the actual physical stock on the floor. Now, this architecture isn't just an accident. It's engineered for 3 massive operational benefits. By nesting the plant right under the company code, you guarantee seamless financial postings every time materials move. Sitting right above the storage locations means you get incredibly accurate material tracking. Put that all together, and this setup literally forces maximized operational efficiency across the board. All right, part 3, connecting the core modules. Notice how all these core SAP modules map their physical actions directly back to the plant. It's like the central hub of a wheel. SAP MM relies on it completely for procurement and stock handling. SAP SD queries it to figure out exact origin points for goods delivery. SAP P uses it as the central manufacturing hub, and SAP WM links it straight to the physical warehouses. The plant is the ultimate integration node for every single one of them. And if we translate those technical modules into actual functional business areas, you'll see the plant dictates the parameters everywhere. It defines exactly where procurement receives materials, where production actually runs the manufacturing lines, the precise delivery points for sales, and where inventory valuation is strictly managed. It literally touches every single phase of the material lifecycle. Finally, part 4, driving business impact. Why does all of this actually matter? Let's anchor this to a real-world scenario. Our source material highlights Rasta Infotech to show us the tangible results of nailing this architecture. By leveraging SAP plants correctly, they achieved perfectly optimized supply chain visibility and significantly improved their inventory accuracy, mainly because those storage locations roll up so flawlessly. This streamlined their entire procurement cycle and, at the end of the day, massively enhanced customer satisfaction through way faster, more reliable deliveries. It just goes to prove that rock-solid system configuration directly creates real business value. So, the huge takeaway here. Mastering your plant configuration is absolutely essential if you want to scale in today's digital-first environment. A brilliantly configured plant does way more than just track what's in your inventory today. It builds the necessary structural foundation you need for long-term scalability and total digital transformation. Which leaves us with a pretty provocative question to chew on. Is your business configuration actually unlocking a competitive advantage, or is it just sitting there acting as another location in a database? As we've seen today, a plant should be a dynamic nerve center driving your logistics, not just some static address. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.